Hey there, Gen Mix. It's VJ Eya here. So I'm so excited for our guest because they have definitely built a world in music that I'm sure each and every one of us will find a place in. So please welcome here on Mix, Yaelokre.
Hello, everybody. This
Hey
is
there,
so
Keith.
wonderful. It's a bizarre thing to have someone, um, well, the whole story with my parents, from island to island, so far away, and yet they still managed to find love and raise someone like me. I mostly grew up in the Philippines, actually. I was a one of those young kids, just you know, playing tumbang preso in the streets and running around barefoot, getting their slippers stuck under the neighbor's car. And it's something I've always held so deep and significant within me. And now that I can look back and use my childhood to spread my truth, it's wonderful to be given the chance to just write and sing about how I lived when I was younger, and how different it is to how different it is growing up in the Philippines in comparison to a lot of childhoods in different cultures in different countries. Of course, there's something so unique about the Philippines and the Filipino kids that I wish to I wish to show to the world. And nowadays, it's so easy to put a name onto fashion or a style or a kind of lifestyle, but rarely do people realize that sometimes you're just a kid who grew up in your own country, who had your own culture, and here we are. I managed to make something that I'm so proud of, and it's Filipino. And I know that my father is known to be, I'm known to have an Icelandic father, but I'm mostly, what I got from him was the folklore and the fables that he's able to tell me, the stories and all that stuff. And that curiosity led me into discovering more about our own fables, our own stories, and what I can make out of that. And yes, that's about it, what I could say. I did not think that I would become a musician. I
Oh,
started the
okay.
Yaelokre as well, mainly for music, last year. And Yaelokre used to just be a username I'd use online for when I post artworks and drawings. I wanted to study to become a teacher, specifically a kindergarten teacher. And along with it, I wanted to write children's books and illustrate for them if I won't be able to write them. But a lot of things happened, and unexpectedly, since I do have history with music, with my mom being a singer, I ended up fusing all of my interests, my hobbies, and discovered even more skills that I could partake on. And here we are. It turns out that people, um, I would say, yearn for this kind of reflection, to be able to have something that could bring them back to their childhood without having the stress of, am I supposed to be here? Because obviously this feels like a very specific community where, oh, everyone's young and I feel so old. But no, that's not the point of the project. I guess in a sense, I've always wanted to be someone that could remind people that it's okay to look back and be nostalgic, and also use that to grow, always going back and remembering things. And yeah, Loker, I wanted this project to be for all ages, and not just for children, but for parents and people who thought that they lost their magic, their wonderment, their childlike wonder, to be exact. Um, so yeah, it was unexpected, but I'm happy to be here. I still feel like I got to be the teacher that I wanted, as I'm teaching the kids to be creative, and I hope that it's working. And other than that, yeah, I feel like this is the right path, definitely. I I'm a very sentimental and nostalgic person, and I know that very well within myself, and I've always just made everything that I do now as a love letter to my younger self. And I feel like my younger self deserved a lot better than, it makes me emotional just thinking about it, but they deserve a lot better than what they had before. And I feel as though this truth isn't just mine, and a lot of people go through the same thing. They've always been so hard towards their younger self, and they've always just been so critical, always thinking about their mistakes, but rarely do people give attention to their own achievements. What's a memory or an achievement that you've gotten as a child that you're so proud of, that you've always remembered, that you always hold so close and dear to your heart? Rarely do people talk about that. And what they focus on is, oh, I was so stupid back then. I was so dumb that I did this. I didn't know anything back then. But with me, it is just a form of self-love to keep going, honestly. And I know we all know ourselves better than anyone else. And there is no other person fit to make those dreams come true other than myself. That's how I keep going with my own wonderment, at least. I want them to realize that they are the most powerful people in the world. Sure, we've got the rich folks, the people above everyone, like the actual, like, big men up there, but we have to realize that without the kids, we don't have a future. How we tend to these saplings, how we tend to these small plants, is going to be the result of that kind of tree, that big grand tree that we're going to have in the next few days or so. And it always starts off with the kids. So we always have to pander. We always have to tend. This is something that I've talked about with my partner when it comes to the lark, the kids, is that what do you do when a kid walks in the room right now? You make sure that the plugs are covered, that no sharp things are available, that everything is safe, that they have something to do, that they're not going to be bored, they're going to be needing all the things essential around them. And your attention has to be on that child, because as an older person, no matter if you are the parent or not, it is within your responsibility to make sure that this child is safe within that space. And that's exactly how you tend to a majesty, how a king. When a king walks in, you make sure that everything is in place, everything is in the right direction, everything is going all according to plan. And you tend to that king. You make sure that the king is satisfied, and you make sure that that child is satisfied. And that's how I envisioned Kamahalan to be received, is that you may be young, but know that being young is a power to live as a young person, to be able to see the world through the eyes of a child, to be able to realize that you have the power and the magic stronger than most people, because you are living and privileged to be this young person at your time.
Wow.
I feel like it's only deserving, considering that the lark is the face of the project. the first thing that people fell in love with and connected with each of the kids and their personalities. I feel like people deserve to know, and the lark also deserve to be introduced properly, but not flat out. I'm not spoon-feeding this community with all the information, but instead, like getting to know a person for the first time, meeting them for the first time. You get a hint or a small grasp of who they are, their nature, how they act, and with each of the song, which each of the songs they portray each of the kids with just how they are as a person. So it's like a broad signature to their own narrative of what we can expect to each storyline. Say, My Farewells to the Fields for Cole, it's quite short, it's quite brief, and it's broad and vague. And I could easily parallel that to how Cole is. They're shy, they're not really that confident to share much of themselves, but they are very passionate about what they do. And they're very strong in emotion. That could be the same with the rest of the songs, the rest of the kids. They parallel each of the songs and just how they are. It's practically character translated to music. And I hope that when people listen through all 4 songs, they're able to recognize this as well.
Okay, so first, who in the Lark is most likely to write a song at around 3 a.m.?
Cole, definitely. Cole is always with their notes and journals and pens and crayons, and they're always the creative one out of all their friends. You cannot take away their the notebook from them. They're always just bent over and sketching their ideas out. So definitely Cole.
Okay.
Keep everyone calm on tour. Oh my goodness. Probably, oddly enough, Kingsley. I feel like the obvious answer for a lot of people would be Peregrine, because they're the oldest and they're the most mature person. But I feel like Peregrine could keep everyone in line when it comes to what we're going to do today, what's the schedule for today. But it's Kingsley who's kind of responsible for everybody's morale, and they're the person of the group is like, everyone chill, we're good, keep calm, we're having fun right now. That's it. Oh my goodness. Break character. All right. I would say all of them would have a moment of one of them would mess up, and then the other one, because they're kids, they'd also kind of get like a domino effect of, oh no, Clementine's messed up, oh no, I messed up, oh no, Kingsley's messed up. But yeah, I think all of them would have their moment, definitely. Kingsley. Kingsley. Oh my goodness. I literally have a little scene in my head of the whole family just cleaning, like having a cleaning day. So everyone's got their vacuums, everyone's got their soaps and their wipers, and Kingsley wouldn't be able to progress from one spot because they're too busy arranging the figurines on the shelves. If it should it be a little bit more left? Should it be a little bit more right? They're always they're very specific. They know what they want and they're going to get it no matter what.
Okay.
The most gentle is most probably Clementine. Clement is it's in their name, Dearworth. They're always so sweet, and every word that they say is delivered so so comfortably, so gently. And even if they're trying to, I don't think there ever will be a time where they will try to threaten you. But everything, even a threat, could sound so soft and so sweet, honestly. As that.
Oh, that's so cute. Okay, thanks so much for being so game, for sharing your story, and for playing Who and the Lark with me. So, Keith, this is your moment. Promotions, everything we can look forward to. Go on.
This week we will be have probably released Kamahalan, which is Kingsley's Song of Origin, all about making sure that your younger self deserves that throne and is wearing that crown, and we are all able to look back into our younger selves and realize that I was actually that diva. I was actually that majesty. And along with it, the EP, the Origins EP, all singing about each four kids and their a broad explanation or introduction to their storylines. With My Farewells to the Fields, Birdcage Blue and Yellow, To Dice's Scalded Tongue, and finally Kamahalan. I hope everyone is excited as I am. I love these kids so much. I love working on this project and being able to share my childhood with everybody, and in some way, shape or form, I hope that everyone stays creative alongside of it.